In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a real estate flyer in Lunacy. You're going to create the file, a new local file, or press Ctrl Shift N, and you go up there, just double click and rename it to your preferred name. On the tools panel, which is just on the left panel, that's where the tools are, and we're interested with the frame tool. So the frame is the canvas that you're going to use or design our poster on. So once we click on that, on the far right we see different screen sizes of devices which we can design on, but we're interested with the social media because we want it to be a square design. And I'm gonna go on the social media tab and click on the Instagram because it is a square design. Once you click on that, it's gonna show on the canvas, and by default it comes with a white background. And for us to resize it, I'm gonna just press Ctrl 1, and it's gonna fit on the canvas. And the frame, I'm just gonna rename it as well to the name flyer. And to add an image to our design, you can just drag and drop in your folder. So just drag the file and drop it on your canvas, just like that. And the other way to do it, just press M, and you're gonna find the file and just click on it and open, and you just have to drag it until your size is there, the size you want, and there you have it. Or you can go on the far right and just click on image, it does the same. So I'm just gonna resize the image, and before that I'm just gonna flip it horizontally, so it's just look the other way, and resize it to my preference. There I have it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is to add a rectangle. So once I click the rectangle, I'm just gonna drag it across the canvas. I'm gonna put it underneath the image, so it's sitting underneath the image on that layers panel. So once I have my rectangle there, and I'm just gonna go on the properties side and just change the background and also rename it. After renaming it, I'm gonna go on the far right and change the color. So the solid color, linear gradient, radial, angular, and image fill. But I'm very much interested in the radial gradient. So you see that there's that effect, like a glow effect. So you see on the previous one I had blue. I'm just gonna go stick with the blue as well. So you can drag across the colors that you want. On the center itself, I'm gonna make it lighter, and on the edges I'm gonna make it a little darker, so it has that glow punch to it. Yeah, so for now I'm gonna stick with that. I'm just gonna add it a little bit so it goes a little darker. I'm gonna make more adjustments as I'm designing, but for now that's it. All right, so I'm gonna go text. The shortcut is T. Just gonna drag across it, or just press T and press on the canvas. By default it has those options, the full name and phone. It just generate, those are just text, AI generated text, but I'm not interested in that. I just want to add my own text. So I'm just gonna write the heading for this, which says needs an apartment. Once I'm done writing, as you can see it's dark, so I'm gonna go on the properties panel and change the font family itself. So I'm just gonna go with the Bebas new, which is a bold font, and I'm gonna go on the font size and increase it, and then I'm just gonna resize it. Also break it, like it has to be in 2 lines, and you can see there's line spacing. I'm just gonna reduce it as well, and also change the color of it to, I'll prefer white. So I'm just gonna change the color to white. Now I have my color white, and I can see the contrast is not contrasting itself. So on the background, I'm just gonna add the blue to be a little deeper. So just gonna add a little deeper background, like blue, and you can see the edges there. So on the center as well, I'm just gonna add it a little darker. And yeah, there I have it. So I'm just gonna duplicate the text the shortcut is Control D, and I'm just gonna rewrite the text to get yourself a nice smart apartment. So I'm just gonna add the text here. Once I'm done typing, I'm gonna resize the text and also reduce the line height as well as the letter spacing. All right, once I'm done with that, I'm gonna duplicate that as well. I'm gonna put the logo on top, just like a simple. If you have an image or an icon, you can just search on the icon. And I couldn't find the proper icons that I was looking for in Lunacy, so I have an app called Pigeon, and Pigeon is a library of icons. So once it loads, you can find a library of images. I'll just change the color to white, and I was looking for social media icons. So I want a Facebook icon, I want an Instagram icon, and I was looking for a Twitter, which is I was looking for X logo, which is formerly known as Twitter, but I was looking at the default Twitter logo. The YouTube is also showing the old logo, but now I think I'm just gonna go with the website logo, and it shows that I have to reduce the size, and there I have it. So I'm just gonna change the size of the icons to 50 pixels, all of them. So I'm just gonna select change to 50, and it has an aspect ratio, so all of them will have consistent size. So I'm just gonna lock the background so that it doesn't move whilst I hold that, and I'm just gonna arrange that by aligning vertically and also tidy up and reducing the spacing in between them so that they are equally distanced, like closely together. And I'm just gonna group the icons together and rename that group into icons so that I can move that icon together. So I'm just gonna align it with the logo itself and highlight the two together and press G to group it as well, so you can have group among group and align it on the center. Now we have it. Just gonna align everything else properly and adjust the text as I seem to be liking the way it is looking right now. So far so good. I'm just gonna duplicate as well and add more text. So it's gonna be the features, and right here just a little touch on the text, and I'm gonna go on the shapes, and I'm interested in the rectangle. We have different shapes there, but I want the rectangle. So I'm just gonna drag there and change the color to white and reduce the size and rotate it. So I'm just gonna rotate it at 90 degrees like that, or you can change there on the far right, which on the properties panel, just input the size and just reduce the size and put it like that. So I want it to be 40 by 30 pixels. So I can zoom in by Control plus or Control minus to zoom out. I just duplicated the text and added there the information. I'm just gonna group this so that I can just duplicate this. I don't have to be writing everything else. Just rename it into a feature, then duplicate, or press Alt and drag down. It also duplicates and duplicate as well. Now that I have all these things duplicated, I'm just going to reduce the spacing and move these things a little bit up because I see there's no room at the bottom. So I'll just double click and change the other text to stylish living, fully furnished, fully equipped kitchen, as well as 24/7 security. There you have it. So I'm just going to push this a little bit upper and adjust the size itself. Yeah, I like the text like that. I'm just going to move these things upper, and now we're almost done. We just need to add the footer. So I'm just going to press R and drag this rectangle there and change the color to white and duplicate I'm just going to group that and move it upwards, and as well as duplicate the text so that I have the contact. I'm just going to put my number there and also change the color to a little blue. You can use the color picker to pick it too. Now that is beneath, I'm just going to go light click and bring to front, so it's going to be upper. So I'm just going to reduce the size of the number and also duplicate it as well and add the email at the other end. So I'm just going to say real@estate.com, just a default email. So I'm just going to change the text to work signs, that's the font, and go on text options and transform it to lowercase. And I'm just going to change the number as well to work signs. I'm just going to put it bold and put 32 pixels and 32 pixels as the size. So yeah, just gonna align it, and there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more on how to design using Lunacy, check out my other videos on this channel.